Hi, I'm Elle. Let us talk about environmental sustainability, agricultural impact, and the roles of agricultural and biosystems engineers. Environmental sustainability is all about keeping the nature healthy and allocating the natural resources efficiently so that the future generations can also use them and benefit from them. Agriculture is the production industry of farming food and raw materials that we use commercially. It is one of the major sources of economic viability and carbon emission that is heavily affecting us globally due to climate change. As agriculture and environmental sustainability benefits everyone, it is important that we recognize ways to have them both in harmony. Economy wouldn't work without agriculture, and agriculture would not thrive without enough environmental resource. And we only have one earth to share as home and to take care of. According to the United Nations Climate Action, climate change is the long-term shifts in temperature and weather patterns. This was due to the carbon dioxide emitted in the atmosphere that is causing the greenhouse effect that's leading to global warming and now causing the climate change. Food production, excessive consumption, cutting down forests, and power generation from fossil fuels are just some of the causes. On the agricultural side, burning of hay, excessive fertilizer application, animal waste, and energy intensive practices are contributing to the majority of carbon emissions. Hotter temperatures, severe storms, drought, warming and rising of ocean, loss of species, not enough food, health risks, poverty and displacement are long-term effects of climate change. Agricultural and Biosystems Engineering is the field of study and application of engineering science and design principles for agriculture purposes, combining the various disciplines of mechanical, civil, electrical, food science, environmental, software, and chemical engineering to improve the efficiency of farms and agribusiness enterprises, as well as to ensure sustainability of natural and renewable resources. The role of an agricultural and biosystems engineer is to design smart systems for growing crops, raising livestock, managing soil and water, using resources efficiently, protecting the environment, and boost productivity. They explore new tools and techniques to improve farming by adapting innovations as they help both farmers and the planet. And when designing projects, they are considering the environmental impacts. For example, they would rather choose environmental friendly materials and practices to minimize the harm during construction. Sustainable agriculture means finding balance. As we produce food in the agriculture, we take care of the soil, water, and biodiversity as we bridge food sustainability and environmental care together. Now, here are some of the examples of sustainable designs and projects in agricultural and biosystems engineering that have successfully reduced environmental impact. So the first and the most popular one is the solar-powered irrigation system. So the idea of solar-powered irrigation system is to harvest the energy coming from the sun, that radiant energy, and turn it into mechanical energy that would push the water to where it is needed, which is the field. So instead of using gas or fossil fuel as energy to power the motor, we will be instead using the radiant energy coming from the sun through solar panels. This right here is the concept of vertical farming. So the vertical farming addresses the land area that we needed to use for food production. So normally it would range into hectares, right? But in vertical farming, as you are planting in vertical direction, you can accommodate more produce in minimal space. Now that makes it possible for urban people to produce food. Yeah, producing food is possible in the cities. High efficiency drip irrigation system. The feature of this irrigation system is to provide just enough water to a plant that it requires. So it is trying to minimize the waste and water consumption when it comes to food production. That is the feature of high efficiency drip irrigation system. Biodegradable mulches and films. So instead of using plastic mulches and films that contribute to plastic pollution, agricultural and biosystems engineers have developed biodegradable alternatives made from materials such as starch, cellulose, and bioplastics. These materials break down naturally in the environment, reducing the waste and potential harm to wildlife. Aquaponics and hydroponics. These soilless farming techniques utilize recirculating water systems to grow crops in controlled environment. Aquaponics combines fish farming with hydroponic plant cultivation, creating a symbiotic relationship where fish wastes provide nutrients for plants, and plants help purify the water for the fish. These systems can use less water and land compared to traditional farming methods. Livestock waste management. Agricultural and biosystems engineers develop systems for managing and utilizing livestock waste, such as anaerobic digesters that convert manure to biogas for energy production. Proper waste management reduces odor, prevents water contamination, and harnesses renewable energy from organic matters. Balancing economic interests and environmental responsibility. Energy efficiency. Businesses can use energy saving technologies and methods to reduce their carbon emission and save money. These include LED lights or LED lights, improving the manufacturing processes and using renewable energy. Water conservation. Businesses can use water saving technologies and save fresh water resources. These include the use of drip irrigation in farming, recycling wastewater in manufacturing, and using water saving fixtures in buildings. Adapt to sustainable farming practices such as agroecology, precision agriculture, and conservation tillage. For our policy development, we needed carbon pricing so that governments can put price on carbon emissions and would encourage businesses to invest in cleaner technologies. We needed also subsidies and incentives so that it can offer financial aid to renewable energy projects, energy saving technologies, and sustainable farming practices that would encourage investments in environmental friendly initiatives. It also needs a regulatory framework so that governments can create and enforce rules to make sure businesses operate in a way that reduces harm to the environment. This could include limits on their emissions, standard for water quality, and rules for land use. By using these strategies and approaches, businesses, farmers, and policymakers can find balance between making money and taking care of the environment, promoting sustainable development for now and the future. Remember, we all have a role to play in fighting the climate change. These can include reducing your own carbon footprints, educating others about the impacts of climate change, and supporting the policies and companies that are taking steps to reduce carbon emissions. We can support farmers who use sustainable practices like agroecology, precision agriculture, and conservation tillage. This could be buying organic produce, supporting local farmers, or even starting home garden using these methods. We can influence policies by voting leaders who prioritize environmental sustainability and by advocating for policies like carbon pricing, subsidies for green technologies, and strong environmental regulations. We can support the development and adoption of technologies that improve farming efficiency and sustainability. This could mean advocating for research and development funding or choosing careers in the fields that contribute to the sustainable agriculture. Every little action counts. By making informed choices and advocating for sustainable practices and policies, we can all contribute to environmental sustainability in agriculture and help ensure a healthy planet for future generations. Now, as a human being, how do you reduce your environmental impact? And do you want to be an agricultural and biosystems engineer? Let me know in your comments. Bye!